Young Millie.
Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still UPK, still undefeated, still One West, still keep the heat up, still in the streets, still on the block. My people need healing, priests and prophets, bring it out. Black Watch, the white man is the devil, drop dead and kick rocks. Blood of an Israelite, this for the 12 tribes. I'm a soldier, motherfucker, so I'm ready to block. Cause the line played with your life. Now who they talking about that UPK? Long beards and them niggas with them boots and braids, raising up the children of Israel every goddamn day. Warfare, angry black men with rage. UPK, motherfucker. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out.
Shalom Israel, you know what time it is. Take Ground Radio, Take Ground Breakdowns. 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander General Yohana. You know how we do. We get it in. We live at 5:30 every Wednesday. Live at 5:30 every Wednesday. And we get it in with the relationship advice. You know what I mean? Not only between a relationship, between a man and a woman, husband and wife, but also between, you know, family, friends, co-workers, associates, all of that and the above. Man, let's get our theme music going with Officer Komapar. You know what I mean? Preach. Let's get the theme music going. But yeah, so let's type them questions in. Type them relationship questions in. We went to Israelite School UPK under Commander General Yohana. You know how we do. So, about to start getting back to, you know, putting those relationship squabbles on here. You should play videos of relationship squabbles before, you know, to kind of get people in the mode of, you know, when you're dealing with relationships and things like that. Let's get it. Hold on a sec. All right, let's get them typed in and get it going. Get the show started. All right, we in the game. The name of the game, you know, is usually, like I said, relationships. But one thing you got to understand also is another important relationship is relationship of a father and a mother and their child and or children. That's a very important relationship right there. With all this child molestation stuff going around in the black community, you know, it's more important than ever that the children are being protected. Now, something important you got to remember, which most black people don't even consider or don't think it's nothing. When a man gets a wife, he leave his father and mother and cleave unto his wife, and they two shall become two shall become one. The twain shall become one. There's nowhere in there that says you have to include cousins and aunties and uncles. There's nowhere in there. There's nowhere in the scriptures where it says, and he shall become one flesh, and they two shall become one, and then cousins have to be included, and then uncles and aunties have to be included as well. That's not in the scriptures. It's not there. So if it's not there, why do we put such an emphasis on that relationship? We put so much emphasis on cousins and aunties and uncles when there's no need for it. There's no need for it. Turn this down a little bit. There's no need for it. Because what happens is your cousins get you in trouble and get you locked up. And your aunties and uncles molest you. Or molest the kids. Now, obviously, of course, it's not talking about every single auntie and uncle in the world who's going to molest their nieces and nephews. But that's where the majority of child molestation comes from. It either comes directly from family, like aunties and uncles or cousins, or friends of the family. So to combat that, you got to understand what is decent and in order. The decent and orderly thing is for a man and a woman to become one flesh, and they two shall become one, and they create a whole new family. It doesn't say you got to have aunties, uncles, and cousins. I'm not saying don't have a relationship with them, but what I'm saying is it's not a law in the Bible. It's not a law in the Bible that you have to have a relationship with them. You have to include them in. You have to be part of, in their life, and they got to be a part of your life, and they got to see your kids, and they got to spend quality time and alone time with your kids. You think you could trust them just because they was born in the same family as you? You didn't get to choose who was born in your family. So when that uncle molests that kid or molests that family member, everybody's shocked. Yeah, I could tell the views today is going to be up and down because people don't want to hear about the child molestation. They want to. Our community's used to brushing that under the rug. Don't talk about no child molestation. We don't want to talk about that. That's my favorite uncle you talking about who accused of molesting them children. That's somebody I know. That's a family secret. We don't want to talk about that. But in Israel, Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans in our communities, It's something that got to be addressed. Why does it have to be addressed? Because if you don't address it and you keep pushing it under the rug, and you keep acting like it didn't happen, acting like it don't matter, acting like it's not possible, what happens is it perpetuates the cycle and it keeps it going. It keeps it going. The child molesters continue to go under the radar and continue to molest. Everybody ignores the signs, and there's no boundaries set. Just because you my uncle or my cousin, that don't mean shit. That don't mean I have to let you around my children. That don't mean I have to give you money. That don't mean I have to let you borrow my car. That don't mean nothing. And I ain't saying it's personal, because personally I got a great relationship with my uncles and my cousins, most of my whole family. But I also understand the boundaries. When a man gets with a woman, they too shall become one flesh. When you get with a woman, her cousin, her uncle mean nothing to you. They're not your family. They're not your wife too. They're not your family too. Like, you gotta bring them in and take care of them and put them on your back or anything. You gotta focus on yours. And the same with other family members. Like, if somebody in your family get in a relationship, stay out their business. Stay out their relationship. If they argue and fight and you're hearing about it, they having domestic problems or whatever, stay out of it. Let them grown adults work out their own problems. What exacerbates the problem is when auntie and uncle and cousin and this person and that person, everybody want to jump in the relationship to give their 2 cents or to talk about it or to add in or jump in or whatever. Let them two float on their own. Because if you jump in and, oh, y'all having a problem and blah, blah, blah. Well, look, I'm going to help. I'm going to do this and pay this and make sure you be good. They don't ever work out their problems. The family becomes a crutch to that girl or to that brother from be working out their own problems like adults. You become a crutch to them doing that because you jump in. This is what happens. It's too convoluted. That man and that woman shall be one flesh. If you get with a woman, her cousin, her auntie, her uncle, her grandparents, her this or that, it's great. They cool. Y'all be at peace with all men if possible. But you don't have to bring them in like, oh, that's your cousin. Let me make sure to take care of him. Or that's your uncle. He can come in and watch the kids. That's your this, that's your that. Giving them special privilege when you don't even know them like that. You ain't tried them. You didn't go get in a relationship with them. You got a relationship with this woman. Now this woman is your property. Also the family, she gone from that. And as a man, you shouldn't be heavily crazy to attach to your family. Like, if you're a grown man and you need your mama's approval for this and for that, you need your cousin approval, you need your uncle approval and your auntie approval. Come on, man, what are you doing? How you gonna be a grown man? How you gonna learn to stand on your own 2 feet? Whatever problems come, you gotta fight through the problems with your woman. And the woman, she gotta fight through her problems with her man. Everybody else need to stay out of their business. Now, most people think, oh, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. If my cousin, her dude is treating her wrong, I'm going to go over there and defend her. Go over there and defend her and see it blow up in your face. Go do it. Go run over there. Your cousin is getting into it with her dude. Run all over there and defend her and jump all in between them two. And look how good it do for you. Because what's going to happen, what always happens, you go over there, act a damn fool, get out of yourself and get out of pocket for nothing, and then they just end up back together any damn way. Or they break up, which is just as bad. as opposed to them working out their problems and sticking it out. That's what a relationship is about, man. Sticking it out, working through your problems with your woman, with your man. Not running and going here and there and telling everybody run to your cousin house, run to your auntie house, and break up families. That's not the goals here. To break up families. Let some dude, some woman, her dude, let's say he got with another woman, got another wife or whatever. She don't like it. She tell her family this and that. Her family jump all in and say, yeah, move in with us. And she move out, take the kids with her. Disable and destroy the whole family. Destabilize the whole children's existence. For what? It's better if she ain't got nowhere to fucking go. She got to stay there in that house and deal with him and keep that family together, even though he got another woman. It's better for the children. The children don't give a damn how many women he got. That's their daddy. In this society, like I said, the children is the one suffering the most. You wonder why these children acting a damn fool, shooting up the block, running around, going crazy, acting a damn fool out here? Because nobody give a damn about the damn children. Nobody cares. Outside the ISUPK, your Christian church don't give a damn. Your Muslim mosque don't give a damn. Your school system don't give a damn. Your police system don't give a damn. Your government don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about the children. Especially black Hispanic children. I don't care if they getting molested. A lot of these so-called children protective services is sending them out to get molested. The children have nobody to defend them. So you break up the family. Like I said, the man and the woman is supposed to protect their children. You break up the family, destabilize them. Now she gone. She left her dude because he had another woman when she should have stayed with him and worked it out, and just let him have two women. But she gone, took the kids. Now she gonna stay with her auntie or with her cousin or with somebody else family. Some of these, like I said, some of this family that be jumping in. She go stay with them. She go to work and the kids is over there with no defense. Next thing you know, the kids getting touched by any and every person that's in that house that she didn't ran to. Because it's not her house. It's not like she control who in there. This is what happens. This is what happens. And it's a tough subject. It's a touchy subject. But it has to be brought out because we have to protect these children. These children shouldn't be out here having sex and being left alone and uncared for and unkept and untrained. In the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community, we got child neglect at a high level. Most people think they drop their kids off at school and they ain't even got to worry about them no more. And they just figure somebody else gonna raise their kid for them and teach them everything their kid need to know. Which you got to be a part of your child's life to teach them what's right and what's wrong. If you leave that up to somebody else, don't be shocked when your children have these things in them, that these ideas and thoughts that didn't come from you. And this is what happens out here. And it's not pretty. It's not hard to avoid. I mean, it's not easy to avoid because obviously we living under oppression. So since we're living under oppression, it makes it harder to take that role and be that protector of our children, especially as single parents. How the hell is a single parent going to protect kids? You a single parent, that means you don't go to work? You go to work, your kids go to school, you're not even around your kids the majority of the day. You don't know half the time you don't know what's going on. You at work. How you going to know what's going on at the school, what's going on here and what's going on there when you see your kid, an hour a day? This is where the disconnect comes. And like I said, then we wonder why the younger generation is off. The younger generation is off because no Black, Hispanic, or Native American has the time to put them on. And when I say put them on, I mean like put them on game. Give them some real knowledge. Like I said, outside Israelite School UPK, we got classes 6 days a week where they come and where our people and our children come and get knowledge. Not just knowledge from school ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Real knowledge. Knowledge that you can use every day. Knowledge that you can fight demons with in your head.
They bury me. No, will I be a breeze?
Let's get them questions in, man. Let's get them relationship advice questions in.
Dying off in these streets. My people killing the eat. Feeling it ain't no peace. Teaching we setting up zone. Devil to leave me alone. Then that Johanna then gave me a home. I put them work with the phone. I will see you across the line. Please let me take.
But yeah, that's what happens. That's what our younger generation is dealing with. That's what our younger generation has to deal with. No guidance, no teachers. They talk about back in the day, they talked about OGs and stuff like that. OGs, to me, older guy that just able to drop some knowledge, man. We don't have that. That's gone. That's why they try to promote this damn single motherhood, being single mothers. That's actually helping our community by promoting single mothers. That's not helping our community, y'all. That's not helping our community. We need families, not single parents. 2 is better than 1. Because if one fall, the other can lift him up. Or lift her up. Or lift him up. And a threefold cord is not quickly broken. The importance of teamwork. Play my next song. Let's play about 3 songs here. Let's get my next song up. Let's get them relationship questions, man. Let's get them questions in. All right. UPK. Yeah. But yeah, that's what we're dealing with. And if I could see it, the kids living it, you know they can see it. They don't have the support system that they really need. Most kids understand that. Most kids understand they don't have the support system they really need. They don't have it at home. They don't have it in the streets. They really don't have it at all. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American children. Shoot, hell. They had a whole school shooting and the police ain't even go to help our children. So you know they understand they're not gonna get the help. They don't have the support that they really need. They don't have the support they really need. I mean, how would you feel if, there was a shooting and the police stood out and didn't help you at all during the shooting for a whole hour while they was outside of the building? So our youth understand this. They see that the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. And they see our people not doing nothing about it. So what happens? We lose a lot of our spirit. We continually get destroyed. We continually get spoiled. That's where you see a lot of, suicidal Black, Hispanic, and Native American kids. When I say suicidal, I don't mean they about to go in the bathroom and slit their wrists or hang themselves. They suicidal and they do things that kill you. They do dangerous things. Get a car, drive crazy, go get in the shootout, do dangerous stuff. Do drugs that that they know will kill you. They trying to kill themselves because they know, the system is wrong and nobody's standing up for it. Nobody's saying nothing about it. They don't fully understand it, but they understand something's wrong. We gotta be there for our children, man. We gotta raise them children right. You gotta come into Israelite School UPK. Get that knowledge. Like my children, I'm not gonna have them. I'm gonna do mostly like homeschool. I'm gonna do a lot of homeschooling for them. Sure as hell, these schools ain't teaching them. Ain't gonna teach them shit. Ain't gonna teach them what I could teach them. I graduated. I could teach them as much. I could teach them more. I could teach them more than the school could teach them. And I'm gonna pay for private tutors who will come and teach them other things that I can't teach. Now, sometimes they may go into schools half days or go into schools for a certain period of time just to meet other kids. I might put them in school for a little while, intermittently, periodically, so they can meet other children. Because I like running into people that I knew from school and making friends and things like that. That's not a bad thing. Meeting your people. Brotherhood, sisterhood. But I'm not going to just take my kids to this building with these damn crackers, excuse my language, with these devils, and then just drop them off and leave them there for 8 hours. And then just act like he's going to be just fine. I ain't going to do it. It's not as easy as it sounds to do, but shit. Sacrifice. Just won't be able to have the newest car. I'm gonna have to have a used car. Just won't have the freshest clothes every day. I might have to keep a hold on my clothes an extra year or two. Won't be able to take that trip to Cancun and all that. But I'll be able to raise my sons, raise my children. I'll have more time with them to mold them and make sure they grow up correctly the way I want. You can let these schools and these public schools raise your children if you want to. That's on you and your children. You let them. You send them there to get raised up. And when the result come out, what type of adult they turn into, you can thank yourself because you decided, who's going to raise them up. Obviously, when they become an adult, they make their own decisions. But you setting them up for success or for failure. And not that there's not some good things happening in these schools. There's some good things happening in these schools. That's why I'm not going to, take them out completely. They still going to do some schooling with the system. But you got these schools, it's off the chain. You got teenagers in the schools having sex, getting pregnant, doing drugs, unsupervised for long periods of time. If you think that's what life is supposed to be, then for your children, then that's for you. That's your decision you making. So if a school shooting happened or whatever, that's what happens. But just the overall point here is we got to protect our children, man. We got to protect our Black, Hispanic, and Native American children. Especially with this Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears child abuse, child molestation stuff circulating. You do what you think is best to protect them, man. But understand, like I said, everybody want to include their uncles and their aunts and their cousins and their family. And then if they get molested by them same people, just know we told you here that that's not your family anymore. Your family is this new creation. The husband, the wife, and the children. That's the new family. It's time we keep that separation strong. Hit that like button, hit that share button. You may not have a question or nothing like that, but somebody on your Facebook profile, man, one of your Facebook friends may have a question or want to hear some relationship advice. And maybe going through something. Hit that share button, hit that like button. You may not have no relationship questions, but guess what? Somebody on your page may have a relationship question. They may need to see this. Because our children is the most vulnerable. They're the most vulnerable of us. Let's get my next song going. Don't forget it. One West, I'm living there. This for all my niggas, brothers and sisters, yeah. Living on top floor, cause you know the Lord is with you, yeah. Breaking down scripture, that's the only motherfucking mission, yeah. UPK, don't forget it. One West, I'm living there. This for all my niggas, brothers and sisters, yeah. But yeah, man. Change the song up. Right. So that's what it's about, man. You a man, you a woman. Stand on your relationship. Don't try to include other people in your relationship. Don't try to include your aunties and your uncles and your grandmamas and your mom and your daddy. The more separate your relationship is from that extended family, the better. Because you may argue and fight and fuss with your significant other, but you don't need a third party exacerbating the situation. You don't need that. It's not gonna do you no good. Hit that like button, hit that share button, man. Let's get the relationship questions in. Like I said, even if you don't got no relationship questions, somebody else in your Facebook profile may. But yeah, you may fuss and fight in your relationship. That happens most of the time, especially under this oppression. Especially when this oppression gets hard on you or your woman's spirit. The oppression gets hard. You ever wonder how certain people get in a better mood when they're off tomorrow, or when it's Friday and they don't got to go to work on Saturday? They feel why are they in a better mood? Because that oppression. So we dealing with that oppression every day. It's not. Don't be surprised if it causes friction in the relationship. Don't think it a strange thing. They used to say the number one cause of divorces was money, finances. I don't know if that's still true, but that's what it used to be. I wouldn't doubt it if it was still true. So that's what you want to do, man. You want to deal with those problems without the third party influencing the situation. Now, if your third party is some type of verified marriage counselor or somebody who's approved to help your relationship, like a priest and prophet in the Israelite School UPK, yeah, you can bring them into the relationship and they can give you some counsel. But if it's just your cousin Ray Ray and your uncle this and your uncle that and your auntie Tiny TT or whatever the hell, cousin Jimbo, whoever the hell these people is, that obviously they're your extended family, but they're not that important to your relationship. They're not important to your relationship at all. If they're the ones putting their 2 cents in, you might as well hold on for a bumpy ride, because they're not approved to give you that counsel that you're trying to seek. You come to the Israelite School UPK and get that counsel. Get that marriage counseling. Especially when you're coming into the truth. When you're coming into the truth, it's a whole different animal. It's a whole different ball game. When you're in the world, you're dealing with the worldly problems, but you're in the truth, you're dealing with a whole nother animal. You're dealing with a whole different set of problems. You're dealing with a whole nother set of problems, man. Coming to this truth. So the main point is to keep that family out of your household. Don't mean you can't be cordial with them, be at peace with them, but keep them uncles and aunties and cousins and all of that out of your household. Don't try to blend your family with an uncle and auntie or cousin just based off of the fact that they're uncle, auntie, and cousin. Don't try to blend your family just because of that. Hit that like button, hit that share button. You may not have no relationship questions, but somebody else on here might. Hit that like button too. But yeah, if you just because it's your cousin, don't mean your cousin kids and your kids gotta grow up together. That's what so many people, they make that mistake. They know their cousin's kids is all the way fucked up. I'm gonna just keep it real. Or they don't have to be, bad, messed up, but they just know, them kids, this it's not in the Bible that you have to blend your family with your cousin's family just because they your damn cousin. That's not a scripture that say do that. When you come into the truth is your family. That's what a lot of women, they still holding on to their family in the world instead of getting with their family in the truth. You still trying to hold on to your old family, and the old cousin you used to run the streets with, and y'all used to hit the club and twerk with her together and this and that. You still trying to hold on to her when she ain't trying to be about this truth. She don't give a damn about the truth. She trying to have birthday parties and July 4th parties and twerking parties and New Year's parties and every damn thing. That's what she trying to do. You still trying to, because it's your cousin, your kids gotta be over there with her kids. That's not a law in the scriptures. The scriptures don't say do that. Because it's this type of gathering or whatever, you gotta be over there with your kids. Where you think all this child molestation is happening at? In the black community, where's all these? It's almost like half of all black girls have been some type of molested or sexually touched. I can look up the numbers, but it's around something like that. Outrageous. Where do you think all this is happening at? All these girls are getting molested. All these little boys are getting molested. Where do you think it's happening at? It's happening at these extended so-called family houses. Scriptures say, who are my mother and my brother and my sister? Them that serve the Lord with me. That's your brother. That's your sister. You putting your kids near a whole child molester just for the sake of you saying that's their cousins. Just cause they your cousins. Now your kids got to be around a child molester. That's a wrong concept. It's wrong. Your family in the world is not your family anymore. They are, but they're not. And it's a hard saying. It's a hard saying that I just said. But with enough wisdom, you'll understand it. I know you had fun with that cousin. I know you had fun with that auntie. But that doesn't mean that's who you should leave your children around. That doesn't qualify them to babysit and take care of your kids. If you let that qualify somebody to watch your kids just because they got the title on their head, cousin or uncle or auntie, you doing a disservice, man. And like I said, still be at peace with them when at all possible. But you don't have to blend your family with them. So that's the point, man. That's the point on this. I'm not trying to make people stop fucking with their cousins and stop fucking with their aunties, but I am. I want to emphasize that there's nowhere in the Bible that says you have to your cousin, you have to blend your family with your cousin. Or you have to blend your family with your uncle or your auntie. You got so many women trying to be single. They trying to leave their man and be single. For what? So some random person can babysit the kids all damn day? Because you got an auntie that's a damn dyke. Now you feel like you can break up the family and drop off them kids over there at that dyke house. When them kids get molested and get touched on and start throwing tantrums and start acting fucked up, that is what is going on. And you're going to bear the brunt of what happened. The child is going to suffer, but it's going to make trust me, he's going to be suffering for the parent the most. This is what let me get the scripture. It's in Genesis. So people can understand. All right. Pull the scripture for it. Genesis 2:24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother. There we go off top. A man is supposed to leave his father and his mother. That includes cousins, uncles, and aunties. That's not supposed to, you're supposed to leave them and set up a new family. That's what's supposed to happen. You want to make sure there's no child molestation going on. you want to watch it, man. And a lot of child molestation happens because people automatically assume that because a person has a title of cousin, auntie, uncle, or aunt, that their kids is gonna be safe. When you're supposed to leave your father and mother. Let's get the rest of it. And shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. You're supposed to be one with your woman. Your woman, that you women, you're supposed to be one with your man. I've seen it before. Got these mama boy type cats. Got these women that, constantly get everything, constantly get their uncles and males in their family involved in squabbles. It's pointless. It needs to cease. If you having a family issue problem, call the ISUPK. Get some counsel. Call the ISUPK. Got a question here, Shalom Cat. This sister has a autistic son who is 26, who gets physical with her. Who gets physical with her when he goes off, and she's afraid of him at times. What would be the best way to handle that situation? Boom. So there's a lot of variables in this question, a lot of unknowns, some known unknowns. For example, we know he's autistic, and we know he's 26 years old. But do we know more about that? Like, can he live on his own? So let's just break it down. So a sister, we don't know what the relationship this sister has to you. Is this your woman? Or is this a woman on the internet? Or is this your cousin? Or is this your best friend? Who, that affects how you come at a situation. You don't have to get too detailed in if you don't want to. So we can keep it general and vague. So he's autistic. Just because somebody's autistic doesn't automatically mean they get violent, but they can. So this one, he gets violent. He says he gets physical with her when he goes off. She's afraid. Okay. He said it's somebody close to him, and the son can't live on his own. Now, something like this, if somebody's dealing with a situation like this is her son. Now, this happens with people before. And sometimes what they do, if the son is too dangerous, son gets too dangerous. Like when he's a child, you got to deal with the tantrums and deal with everything. But at some point, sometimes a person can become too dangerous. Right? They could become too dangerous. With him, you want to I'm giving an overall view, but sometimes you can get in-depth counsel from the school to get some in-depth things that you can do with that son. Like, even though he's autistic, it depends. Can he still learn? Like, he can be autistic, but let's say you bring him to the school and he's around the brothers. Can he still learn new things? Now, this is speaking in general, because with this situation, you'd have to get deep details on this situation with the doctor and everything like that. Medicines. What type of medicines is he on? Is he taking his medicine? So, but one of the things, the options, I just lay out the options out there. Don't mean you got to do it, but they have where you can give him over to the state. You know what I'm saying? Where they have like homes for autistic people, and they feed them, they give them medicine, they give him a place to sleep, they take care of him, and you can go visit him and make sure he's doing okay. That happens also. I'm not saying do that. I'm saying that's a possibility if he's too dangerous. But the main thing you want to do is get in-depth counsel with that. In-depth counsel with that, with, you know, exactly his autism. Like maybe there's ways to not trigger his autism. Maybe it's something that's triggering it. Maybe she needs a caregiver, like an extra person to be a caregiver there. There's multiple ways you can go at this, but since it's a medical autistic, he's not like you know, you gotta treat him according to his illness. You can't treat him like just a brother who's going off, or just a cat who's, you know, tripping, or a cat who's doing the wrong thing and making the wrong decisions, or don't have the understanding to make better decisions. You can't treat him like that. You got to go to deal directly with what type of autism he's dealing with. So that's the deal on that. You want to get some in-depth counsel from the school, from your camp leader. That'd be the best man to get your counsel on that situation, is your camp leader. Every city in America, every country in this earth, every Israelite has a camp leader. Whether you have his number or not, you need to get it. Because any serious situations like that, like that's a serious situation. I don't know how physical he's getting, but if he's getting physical, it could get real violent. If she's there alone with him, it could become extremely dangerous. You need to have your camp leader in on that. You need to talk to your camp leader, and your camp leader will bring you that assistance, that in-depth assistance. Because, like I said, this cat is not a normal function. The autisticness is not a normal function. And a lot of the different autistic people have different triggers and different ways that it affects them. So that's what you want to do. The best way to handle that situation is to get in touch with your camp leader. Let him know what's been going on, and get the priest of the Lord involved. Get the priest of the Lord involved, man. Like, not just, you know, they heard about it or know about it. Have them involved with it. Like, this is going on today. This is what happened yesterday. This is what we plan on doing about it. What should I do, Adawan? That's what you want to do. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button. You may not have no relationship questions or nothing like that, but you see, some people need good counsel. So you hit that share button and that like button so other people can get the opportunity to ask some questions. Said, right, the water, sir. Appreciate the advice, sir. We'll call camp leader for counsel. Yeah, that's what you want to do. That's the best decision. When something comes over your head, man, it's for you, not only you, brother, but for all the brothers and sisters that's watching. When something comes over your head, you want to get in charge, get in contact with your camp leader. And this is even if you're not even in the ISUPK, you should still have the camp leader of your city's number. You should still have the brothers' numbers, even if you're not even in the ISUPK. Even if you don't even, you know, you still 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you should still have the camp leader's number and call them for counsel. Because you never know what situation you can run into. Your life may be fine, but somebody may come to you that need help, and you don't know how to help them. You can have that camp leader on speed dial, give them that call to get that help that where you might not have known exactly what to do. You might not have dealt with the situation before. There ain't no situation the ISUPK can't deal with. Ain't no situation the ISUPK ain't ran up against yet. So this been another Take Ground breakdown. Take Ground Radio. 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Johnny Ahana. You know how we get down. We live at 5:30 every Wednesday. Get it in. Tell your friend. We only got a little bit of time left. There's only a little bit of time left for this empire to fall. Only a little bit of time left for us to get right with Christ and put on that and be dressed in the proper apparel for the wedding. Be dressed for the wedding, man. Which means you right with the Most High and you act and you behave and you know what to do. You know how to serve the Lord. You know what the Lord requires of you. You got to come into Israelite School UPK and learn those things. Pay your tithes. 10% of all money you earn go to the men of the Lord. Pay your tithes. You get that 100, 200,000, 2,000, break off 10%. Otherwise, you're sinning against the Most High. Otherwise, you're sinning against the Lord. Take it seriously, man. Be as children of the day and not as children of the night. Lay up your folly ground. Bring forth fruits, meet for repentance. It's been Take Ground Radio. This is Captain Kaposh. Go to ISUPK.com for more info. Figure out how to pay your tithes and all that. With that said, shalom. Ain't no other way. Hey, he won't stop. Yeah, he won't stop. Yeah, blessed by the Most High. With my motherfucking knock, how you gonna stop? Young Billy.
Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still UPK, still undefeated. Still 1 West, still keep the heat up, still in the streets, still on the block. My people need healing, priests and prophets, bring it out. Black Watch, the white man is the devil, drop dead and kick rocks. Blood of an Israelite, this for the 12 tribes. I'm a soldier, motherfucker, so I'm ready to block. Cause the line played with your life. Now who they talking about that UPK? Long beards and them niggas with them boots and braids. Raising up the children of Israel every goddamn day. Warfare, angry black men with rage. UPK, motherfucker. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets.